Because that slight pause he had to write, my heart almost jumped out of my chest because this man is about to decide my future. I had never been locked up at the time. I didn't know how it was going to be, how it was going to feel to be locked up. I didn't know nothing about my future being snatched away from me, my freedom being snatched away from me. I knew nothing about not being able to go to the refrigerator and turn on my light whenever I felt like it. Then he finally, after he got through writing, he looked up at me. I'm looking at him. We looking at each other. He tilted his glasses down and he said, "Baker, I'm sentencing you to DCS custody as well, Jerry." And when he said that, I turned around and looked at my mom. My mom looked at me and my mama looked at each other. She said, "Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't look at me." And she turned around to walk out of the courtroom. Didn't console me, didn't give me no hug, didn't tell me I was gonna be all right, didn't do nothing. By this time, they, "All right, you guys, y'all can step this way." I said, "Hold on, y'all." I said, hold on, y'all. I said, you sending the wrong one to DCS cousin. He said, "Y'all go ahead and take him to the back." I said, "Y'all got the wrong one. Y'all got the wrong one." I said, "Man, hold on, y'all." True story. And then by the time they walked me to the back, I seen the bars. So by the time I seen the bars, I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to jail. Like I'm going to jail. Like I looked down at my Tracy McGrady's and I said, I ain't even gonna get to hoop in these things. Then they opened up the door. Dramatic effect me, please. They tell me to step in the cell. When I stepped in the cell, it just out of the blue, it got a different kind of texture to the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It got a little thick in there, but it was cold. So I look up at the vent and I seen where inmates had been watering toilet paper and stuffing it on the vent because it got so cold up there. But the vents it was blowing it off. And when it blow it off, you could tell it's like that air been trying to break through it. So I kept on watering it, putting it back up there. I'm back here boo-hooing, crying. "Man, y'all got the wrong one. Man, this is crazy, man. Man, call my mama, man. Man, y'all got the wrong one. Y'all, the officer off the top. Baker, you need to calm down in there. You too loud." I'm like, "I'm just a child. What is you talking about? I'm 15 years old. Man, what is you talking about?" I said, "Man, y'all got the wrong one." My cousin on the other side of the cell, this man say, Cuz, calm down, cuz. It's gonna be all right, cuz. They just finna lock us up for a little while." I said, "Excuse me." I said, "What you say, cuz?" He said, "Cuz, everything gonna be all right. It ain't that bad." This is a 15-year-old telling me my freedom is being snatched away. It's not that bad. This man don't even realize the trauma he had going on within himself. This man was literally telling me everything was gonna be all right. So finally, they come and get us in the DCS custody van, the white junk. I ain't never been in there. I ain't never been. And these folks handcuff and shackle me. We get in the van. They close the door. Dude, when we get in there, like the van even sound different when it started up. I said, "Man, we pull off script. We drive right up the street on the hill, if you know where it's at, if you watch from Springfield." So we get up there, they take us inside the place, the little where they got the cubicles at. They give my mama enough time to bring me some clothes and some shoes and a little bit of hygiene for where I'm going. Bring me a little kit. They bring my homeboy, his auntie and them bring him a little kit. Didn't nobody bring my cousin nothing. He done went through this process so many times. And then, so after we sit up there for 3-4 hours, get a couple of phone calls or whatnot, I done had to call my girlfriend, tell my girlfriend I ain't gonna be able to see her, and I'm begging her to wait for me at 15 years old. I'm already telling her, asking her, "You gonna wait? You gonna wait for real? Yeah, you gonna write me? Cause I'm gonna call you when I get there." Yeah, I'm gonna write you, I'm gonna call you, all this and that. So finally they tell us it's time to go. When they telling us it's time to go, we walk out here and get in the van. When we walk outside to get in the van, get what? They put my cousin in the van first. When my cousin, as soon as he get in the van, this man hop to the front seat, and jump out the front door, and strikes out running in the shackles, and the man got away. He's a runner, he's a track star. He gonna run away, he gonna get far. He ain't going to jail, Take the handcuffs and shackles off. And when he done it, my only thought was, this man went down here and gave them detectives all of this information. We went to court. He gave Judge Fagan all of the details. And the whole time he knew he was going to run. This man went and basically involved people he didn't even have to involve in the situation, knowing that he was just gonna run again, and we finna get locked up. And this man, I said, if y'all don't go catch that, y'all better catch that man. That's what I said. I was so hurt at the time because this is my first time being locked up, so I don't know nothing about escaping. But after I seen that, every other time I got locked up after that, I'm out of here. I'm gone. Because look, so we ride. Look, let me give you commercial break me one time for the one time. If you ain't got the book, I need you to do me a favor. Go support the kid and get the book, or just cash out me $1 to OK So Boom 1. I also have a GoFundMe page, man. I'm gonna tag it in my comment, in my description. Y'all support the kid, you know what I'm saying? Help me raise whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to raise, you know what I'm saying? That go hit the GoFundMe. But look, check this out. We get to juvie. This was the worst part right here. Because people been asking me for the first time I got locked up. This is the worst part. We get to it's called Dixon. It's in Dixon County Detention Center. It's got like maybe 3 or 4 cells in there. When they walk us in there, first thing they do is to a kid, they take him out of all his clothes, all his street clothes, what they call them, and they gonna replace him with institutional clothes. They gave me a uniform. They gave me a little onesie, and then they gave me these little blue footy things I could put on my feet. Then they put me in the cell. When they put me in the cell, it's all concrete in here. And it got a green Bob Barker mat, and then even the mirror is no longer glass. The mirror is now metal. And it looked like a lot of people been scratching on the mirror. So I really can't even see myself the way I need to see myself in the mirror. So when they put me in the cell and they slammed the door, boom, it just echoed in there. And when it echoed, then I noticed for the first time in my life, like what I seen on jail in movies, was they had a box cut out of the door. And this is where they open it up and they slide your food in there for you to eat in the cell. You're not going to no cafeteria. You're not sitting at no table. You're gonna sit right there in your cell and you're gonna eat the nastiest food they gonna ever give you in your life. So when they put me in this cell, right then, I'm talking about, when I tell you I broke down crying, because as a kid at this point, I'm thinking, how in the world do they take children? I understand breaking the law and being held accountable. And you know what I'm saying? You got to be held responsible. I understand that. But this right here is a little extreme for a 15-year-old kid. Taking him away from his parents, and then not only you putting him in this institution, what you're doing is you preparing him for prison. And what you're doing something to the mindset. You're not understanding the layers of trauma that you really laying on this. You don't care nothing about no therapy, you don't care nothing about no counseling, you don't care if there's mental health issues, you don't care nothing about none of that. You snatch them out of the environment, boom, and put them in the cell and cage them like an animal. So as I'm sitting in this cell, I'm so depressed and stressed in there, it don't make no sense. They come, then finally, my homeboy come in, because he don't ride in the same van as me. He come in, they put him in the cell next door. We came in, I tried to talk to him through the door. Immediately, y'all can't do no talking. And we was already taking showers 3 days a week, just like maximum security in prison, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And guess what? In there, the shower was only 2 minutes. And guess what? It's gonna stop in 2 minutes, because when you hit that button, it's only gonna run for 2 minutes, and then it's gonna cut off about another 10, 15 minutes before it even recycles and able to turn back on. So you ain't gonna get nothing but them 2 minutes. And that was the only time I was able to see a face that I was familiar with when I was getting out of the shower, because he would always be standing at the door, or when he got out of the shower, I would be standing out of the door. That was the only comfort me and him had, on top of me and him beating on the wall, because we couldn't talk to each other. And if you got the audio version, then you familiar with this part of what I'm about to tell you. So he would beat on the wall. We would do this all day. He'll beat on the wall, do, 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 do. Then he'll beat back, I'll beat back, do, do, do. That was the way, you know what I'm saying? That was how we was keep giving each other comfort at the time. You know what I'm saying? But see, and then I'm gonna tell you something. Them 5 days went by. And when them 5 days went by, my homeboy auntie came through the door. When she came through the door, I heard her voice. I got up and I looked out of the door. And when I looked out of the door, I heard her telling them who she was there to get. And when she told them who she was there to get, they immediately went and let him out the door. They gave him his street clothes. He walked in, he changed. Zoom, zoom. He came out, and as I was watching him, I realized right then and there how real things had got. I am now about to be in here all alone. I can't use the phone, and I gotta wait until I get moved to another placement. These folks won't talk to me. These folks, only thing they basically doing is taking me to the shower, checking on me every hour, and bringing me food. That is it, point blank, period. While all of my friends is out enjoying their freedom, they at the basketball games, they at the parks, they at the skating ring, they at the bowling ring, they at the movies, or they somewhere with their girl. And ain't no telling, we might have been going through puberty. But look, check this out. So as I'm sitting in this cell, that was the first time ever in my life I realized how fast your freedom can be snatched away and how hard it is to get it back. And not only that, the person that I got in trouble with decided to, and true enough, we all did it together, but even though he pulled us in, he just vanished and disappeared. That's crazy.